welcome to the Laughta Likes Show, your favourite go-to podcast to discover and connect with some of the hottest Arab artists globally. My name is Laughta, and today I have not one but two very likeable guests. They drum, they fuzz, they've opened up for Guns N' Roses, they scream Gimmix. Welcome. How are you?
I'm great.
It's a blessing to have you guys. I feel like I finally got my hands on you.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
No, you're very welcome. You've been busy and we're going to get to be able to talk about it throughout the whole conversation from start to finish. It's all about Gimmix. Now, there isn't just two of you, there's four members.
Yes.
So I'd love for you each just to tell me your name, what instrument you play and why you picked that instrument as well. Let's go.
Okay, so I'm Abdullah. I'm the vocalist and guitarist. And guitar is just the first instrument I picked up and fell in love with it immediately when I was little. I picked up classical guitar and
Oh, wow.
My poor mom, for years I was like, I want electric, you know. And eventually she was like, fine. He was actually the one who convinced her to get an electric guitar.
Okay.
Because he used to play violin, but I'll let him tell his side of the story.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, and it just progressed from there. And I feel like singing just came naturally with it. Like, I don't see myself as a singer who plays guitar. I see myself more as a guitarist who also sings.
Oh, that's unique. So you'd say your first instrument is the guitar, not the voice, right?
Yeah, I don't...
Yeah.
Like, I'd love if I was, like, Celine Dion or, like, Michael Jackson, but my voice is just not, like, built like that.
No, you're Abdullah
But
from
maybe
Gimmix.
one day, you know?
Yeah, they're going to
Yeah.
know you as Abdullah from Gimmix. And you two are brothers,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Who's
we are.
older?
I'm older by a year and a half.
That's amazing.
A year and 6 months exactly.
Wow.
So it's basically 2 years.
So there must have been a lot of music in the household growing up then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think my mom is the one who, like, opened up our love for music.
Really?
Just because, yeah, she always wanted to play music. And, you know, when it comes to, like, her studies, she's very knowledgeable in, like, media in general.
Wow.
So books and film is, like, what she's really amazing at. But I think it also translates over to music. And so I think was the first source of inspiration for music.
That's beautiful. Shout out your mum.
Shout out my mom, yeah.
Yes. Blessing to have you both here. So Yazin, tell me about you as well.
I'm Yazan.
Yazan.
I play bass, and like when I was very young, maybe like 7 years old, my mom put me in like violin school.
Wow.
And at the time, I really didn't appreciate it. Now looking back at it, I appreciate it. But at the time, I felt like, no, I want to be like a rock star. And I wanted to play electric guitar. But like it kind of got passed over to him. And I think like now looking back at it, like I'm really happy that I picked up the bass, and it felt like a natural progression actually from violin to bass.
Yeah.
I have to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, what happened was...
Well, if I'm being honest,
yeah.
what happened was that he manipulated me into playing bass so he could play guitar. And he wanted us to be like a band.
Yeah.
So he told me, you know what's really cool, like cooler than electric guitar? Bass guitar. And I was really young, so I was like impressionable, and I was like, I want to play bass guitar.
Okay, but do you regret
This is-
playing the bass
this
or
is
not?
his
No,
villain
not
origin
not
story.
not one bit, because I realize now like it's something that really suits me, and I really love the instrument. So
Have you tried playing the guitar? Because I know he's tried to hog the guitar by the sounds of it.
I think he still hogged it a little too much. I've
Right.
experimented with like playing piano and stuff like that, but guitar is like I've never felt the need because I already have like a
Guitarist there.
guitarist there.
Okay.
Exactly. That's why my idea was so great. Because we got to the point where my mom was at the music store. She took us to the music store.
Right.
To get him an electric guitar.
Ah.
And I just had the classical one. And I was like, I can't let them get away with this, you know?
No, you were already
So
with...
I was like, you know what's just as cool as an electric guitar? And an electric bass. And you already... It has 4 strings and the violin has 4 strings. You're already right there, you know? And then we can play together and not be competing, you know?
Wow.
Because I was like, you don't want to compete with me. You know? Like,
Do you think you're better?
At the guitar?
Yeah.
No, that's the thing. He picked up bass
Yeah.
and got much better than I'll ever be
Oh.
at any instrument, I think.
That's cute.
Even though, like, in the beginning,
Yeah.
before he actually started in lessons,
Yeah.
After violin lessons, before bass lessons, I was teaching him a little bit.
Oh.
Which I barely was, no.
Yeah.
Like, I barely was good enough to teach him.
Yeah.
And then he started and just, you know, went way ahead.
Well, congratulations. It was a bit of a roller coaster for you.
Yeah.
You didn't know what was going on. You were pulled into the violin,
Yeah.
dragged into the bass, taken away from the guitar, but you seem to have found the love for the bass, actually.
yeah.
So your manipulation actually helped in the long
did.
run. It helped. It supported.
Yeah.
So thank you. Who else? You've got 2 other members in the band.
We have Fawaz Walid. He's the drummer. He's also an amazing keys player.
Oh, wow.
When it comes to keys, and since he has his own project, the metric system,
Yeah.
where he's not DJing, he's making the music live, and he's improvising on the spot with all
Wow.
these synths around him. So that's Fawaz, insanely technical
Wow.
drummer, insanely fun to play with, And yeah, and also we have Azouz Abdelaziz Al-Fassam.
Yeah.
He's the guitarist,
Yeah.
which he was known for being a bass player, and we met him at one of our first shows in Saudi. He was there with his dad, who is Nader from Sound of Ruby.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And
oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah.
Aziz's dad is Nader from Sound of Ruby.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
legendary group as
Yeah.
well. Wow.
Yeah, so I've known him ever since then. It was 2020. We've always been good friends.
Yeah.
And yeah, this year we decided, Azouz, hey, why don't you play guitar, with us?
Okay.
And he's been very amazing. He took a lot of weight off my shoulders.
Oh, right.
I
because
can
sing.
focus on the singing a little more, and he plays solos that I cannot play, that I could never play. He's taken the songs we've written so long ago and added a really beautiful twist on them.
Wow.
And it's very much like unique to him, and nobody else would think like that or play those parts the way he does.
Wow.
So
Okay, so
it's
you
been
found
very
a
fun.
little gem for your group then, and you can just focus mainly on the singing, although you do still pick up the guitar. I've seen you in the show.
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
It's both of us playing,
Yeah.
but I feel like there's certain parts in our songs that I can't focus on both at the same time, or I'll be so focused on the guitar that I'll lack in the singing, or the energy will lack.
Yeah.
Basically, now he can jump around freely.
I can jump around freely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you go crazy as well on the stage, don't
Yeah.
you? You have to create a mosh pit and give that rock energy.
Yeah.
It's important. I don't know how Ed Sheeran does it, because most of his time I guess he doesn't jump up and down, does he?
Not really.
Yeah.
But I think the energy is just as important as the music.
I
in our
agree with
shows.
you. You want to give people a good time at the end of
Yeah.
the day. Like yesterday, I was just invited to some event, and then they randomly put me up on the karaoke, and I was like, you know what? When you're at a karaoke, for instance, it's not really about you. It's about the audience. And I feel like with a live showcase, you want to make sure they feel engaged. So I rapped for like 30 seconds, and I just made them repeat random
Nice.
words for the rest of it, and I just got off stage. Yeah, but I think you lot do have that stage presence on lock.
Yeah.
And I've just been discovering you as I go along, bumping into you, seeing you all over social media, and you're doing great things. So did you all grow up in Riyadh or?
No, so we grew up, all of us are from Sharqiya with Fawaz and Azouz.
Okay.
We were in the US for a bit,
All right.
and that's where we started learning music.
Okay.
And, through being in different music classes, music schools, you just meet so many musicians. And it's nice to have musicians your age that are learning with you at the same level as you. It's the best thing ever. When you're all at the same level and you have the same goals and you're all discovering your sound individually and together. It's a really amazing thing, I think.
I want to talk to you actually. I remember, I don't know if it was a year and a half ago, I bumped into you in your workplace, and you decided to take a leap of faith and leave your work and take on music full time.
Yeah.
Can I ask what triggered that?
Well, I was there for 3 years
Yeah.
and I learned so many things.
Yeah.
And I was a sound engineer / videographer / editor, which was amazing. I didn't consider myself any of those things before I got in there. And I learned all of them, but I was reaching a point of, I'm learning so much. I've reached all these new levels technically.
Wow.
And I'm getting to work with all these amazing, massive artists, like really massive artists, and see how they work.
Right.
But I'm not doing it for me. And I have all these ideas that I just keep saying, I'm gonna organize my life and then I'll do it. But why am I waiting,
Yeah, you were waiting long enough by the sounds of it.
Yeah, so I had a great experience there, but that was comfortable. That was easy. I could have just been happy with that and stayed in that forever, and I would have been comfortable. making an actual salary that, you
Yeah.
know, not like I don't have to play a show
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
That would have been the easy, comfortable thing. But I reached like, it's either I do this now while I'm 21 or I'll never get the chance to do it again, you know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it's been incredible. You've taken a risk and
Yeah.
it's paying off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Would you say it's paying off?
I would say it's paying off.
Yeah.
But there's no but. I would say it's paying off.
Yeah.
That I'm making the time and I want to make even more time.
Yeah.
You know? That's my goal, is for my life to completely be dedicated to this music. Because that's the only important thing to me. It's the only thing I'm good at. It's the only thing I ever saw myself good at. Which I think Yazan can't relate to because he's always been very, like, book smart.
That's what I was going to ask with you, Yazan. Are you studying? Are you working alongside your music?
I mean, I work as a sound engineer and I study and, well, I
Wow.
play the music. And,
Right.
like, honestly, I'm really glad I also got in sound engineering because it unlocked, like, a whole new part of things that I can include in my own music. And now, like, I'm actually understanding how to do these things, like tone and, like, things that I never would have thought of before. So it's good that I took on that route and got to, like, unlock this whole new aspect to sound and get to bring it to my band afterwards.
I think that's amazing, yeah. So you are multifaceted, essentially. You play the bass and you can do engineering. And I think in the music industry, I personally feel this, to have longevity, if you are not the most successful band, the most successful artist, there's always going to be struggle. It's not as forward, oh, you're always going to be up anyway. I think it's always important to have something else that you can, not say fall back on, or you could do side by side with. And like you said, it just enhances your skill.
Yeah.
So do you use your engineering skills when it comes to your workflow within your...
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, now, like, as a band, like me and Abdullah and Fawaz, we're
Yeah.
all engineers.
Yeah.
So, like, when we go to shows, we know exactly what to do. We know what to tell the engineers. We know what we want our sound to sound like.
Wow.
And I think, like, some musicians, and even as me, I didn't understand that aspect of things before. So maybe it was even hurting our sound a little bit without me knowing. But now that we all have that side unlocked, we can all use it. And we record our music ourselves in our studio.
Yeah.
So we can do all that now because of those things, you know?
Wow. And would you recommend other artists learn how to record or engineer a little bit?
I think they should definitely, like, understand sound to understand if they're, for example, like a guitarist. There's a lot of things that goes into your pedals, into your EQing and all that kind of stuff. And I think the more you learn about that, the better you're going to enhance your own sound.
That's
So
true.
it's a nice thing for everyone to at least have, like, a bit of a grasp on, so
Yeah.
they can make sure that they sound the way they actually want.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Would you say having 4 members, like, I'm an artist, solo artist. When I get in the room, let's say with even a producer, it feels like there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Does it ever feel like that with you, having 4 very, you know, independent individuals, or do you just come together instantly and click?
I wouldn't say everything clicks instantly, but we're with the idea of let's try everything.
There's definitely sometimes too many cooks in the kitchen. Like,
We had 10 people
telling
writing
the
one
truth.
song. the other day.
like sometimes when we record or like we're practicing, there's a lot of like ideas and everyone is kind of like they want to do their own thing. But honestly, I think at the end of the day, when the show does happen, that's what makes it so good, because we're all so different and we all bring a lot of things to the table. And when we all like do what we're the best at, it comes together in this really nice way.
That's true.
And that's when we make like our best sound.
Yeah, I believe in collaboration being a really strong asset to anybody. Even me, I notice when I go in a session, I collaborate with other people, my writing, my production just heightens because you bounce off each other's energy. And like you said, it's kind of beautiful chaos. Initially, everyone's
Yeah.
kind of butting heads, but the
Yeah.
end result is huge. Because 4
I love when I'm
brains-
proven wrong.
Okay,
Like in
that's
this
a good
context,
trait.
I love when I'm proven wrong because sometimes like we'll be trying to write or trying to record, and I just won't be convinced of something, and I love when somebody's willing to like sit and like fight it out with me, and we're gonna fight it out, and you're wrong and I'm wrong, and but then eventually it's just gonna click, you know. the other day it was after the last day of XP. We just played a set.
Yeah.
And we get home and we're like, guys, let's just try to record it. Let's just see what happens. Or we were trying to finish lyrics.
Yeah.
We were trying to finish lyrics. And no exaggeration, we sat down for 10 hours and we were all just arguing about this one verse. It's 4 lines. 10 hours. We were 9 people at the start of that night.
Oh, gosh.
We got less and less and less until there was 3 of us left. And then we just got it when somebody just said the line.
And it clicked.
And everyone the last 3 of us were like, it's the best feeling ever. Those 10 hours were 100% worth it because I've had the idea for the song for a year, and then I've had it 90% done for a year. And then we sit down, and in one sitting, it was a 10-hour long sitting, and we just get it, and we record it, and then listening to it, like, oh, wait, that's why I do this, you know?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I really like that. You got there in the end. Did you want to add anything? I thought you were going to say something. No?
No, I personally gave up like halfway through.
Yeah, he left, you know? So that's why it gets really frustrating, but I love, like, he didn't have enough in him that day. But I love sitting and just fighting about music, you know?
It's a process at the end of the day.
It's a privilege.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
That's our job.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know? Like, that's our job. Or the more we do it, it's hard to do. It's really hard to do. Because also we live in Riyadh, and it's the craziest place ever. And there's so many... It's just so crowded, and life is just so much faster here. So to sit down for 5 hours at least, and try to... It's harder than I think people realize.
Absolutely.
To get enough people and equipment, and everything has to line up perfect. And a song, you know, a finished song.
Yeah.
A lot of people come to a studio with no song, you know? And that's why we do this. It's magic. We were listening to it on the way here, you know, and it's
That's
like,
amazing.
wow.
I love that. I love hearing that because it is all a process and it is all a privilege being around other people. Like you said, sometimes you're not the right one in the room, and it's okay to be proven wrong. You don't always have to be the person that knows it all.
Yeah.
It's okay to ask for help, get other people's ideas. It will just open up your whole imagination and experience and sound and make it flourish furthermore. But you're here in Saudi and you're in Riyadh, and your sound is rock, punk, alternative rock. Why did you choose that specific genre? Where did these inspirations come from?
It is. That's what it's called. But it's hard for me to like identify with like rock or punk, even though that's what comes out of us a lot.
Yeah.
But
you don't have to be boxed in.
I don't feel like it's a genre we chose. It chose us, you know, in a way. And I think that because of our environment and just what we were playing at the time, I think that's how our songs came out for our first album. And that's how our shows are coming out. But I love the way these songs are growing live from our first album. And I love the way the direction our new songs are taking, which is hard for me to define as rock or just rock, you know?
Okay. That's what I was going to ask, actually. You've got a new album that you're working on.
Yeah.
Am I right to say this? I did a bit of digging.
What would you...
I think it's also hard because me and him are very different. Like, we did love a lot of the same bands, but then, like, he kind of got into his own stuff and I got into my own stuff. But I think if you listen to our songs, you can really feel that.
Okay.
Because sometimes, like, the song will be going in one direction and then it'll do, like, a 180, and you can see where we both had input. And that's what kind of makes our sound, even live, so, like, nice, because there's a lot of input from everyone, and then the song kind of becomes a part, like each one of us puts our part in.
Yeah.
So it's hard to define.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. Everyone's different and has got their own identity musically. So you can't just point one genre per se and put you in one area.
Because there's no world where Yazan is a rock bass player.
Okay.
In my eyes. He's so much more multi-layered than that, you know?
Wow.
The way he plays bass, you know? And I see, like, my guitar playing is very, like, rocky. But also then when you bring Fawaz and Azuz into it, and this is, I think, what in our first album doesn't show very much, and it'll show in the newer songs because our first album was that was so long ago with a different drummer who was amazing, by the way. When we recorded our first album, I think he was 12. His name was Blaine Roberts.
Wow.
Yes, and he's the one we started all this with. Yazan was 13.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
yeah, and I
mean,
love
like the
everything about our
Jacksons now.
album. You know, that was one thing like about our album. My promise to myself is whatever I'm gonna release, I need to in like 10 years be still proud of it.
Do you know who you remind me of?
Who?
Your sound. I don't know if I'm wrong. The Gorillaz.
It could. Gorillaz is another one of those. Why do we remind you of Gorillaz? Not because we actually sound like them.
No.
It's more of a concept thing that
Correct.
can be whatever it is.
Yeah, and I grew up to rap. But as a rapper or someone that loved rap music, hip hop, I fell in love with the Gorillaz growing up.
Yeah.
I just loved their sound, and I had one of their records. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. On repeat,
Yeah.
and the visuals. It felt like it's got a hip hop flavor, rock flavor.
And you know about, do you know about Blur?
Yes, of course, and I love Blur as well.
So
yeah.
it's I think we could evolve in a similar way.
That's so interesting. Is that your new album? Do you think the sounds?
I don't think it sounds like Gorillaz. But just as a mindset, it can be whatever it wants to
Ooh,
be.
how
Each song can be
exciting.
whatever it is, you know.
Wow.
Just because we're known as a rock band doesn't mean every song has to be like a rock song, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. So recording. Now let's talk
Yes.
about your actual recording as a band. Live instruments, I've seen it, I've witnessed it. I know people that are in bands. It's not easy. Even I've recorded live instruments. It's not an easy situation. How do you manage the technical side of it? And do you all record, like your new album, have you recorded it all yourselves then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
There's no
ourselves.
engineer. No engineer.
We're
No,
engineers.
yeah,
You're
we're
the
engineers.
We're
Right,
the
right.
engineers.
Right.
Like we're 3 engineers.
Yeah.
And so we all like have input when it comes to the technical things. We all understand it. So I don't think it's like, I think we can do more of what we want
Yeah.
if we, mix and record it ourselves. Like we can have all the input
Yeah.
be on us.
Yeah.
But I will say that like it's been a bit of a struggle to replicate the sound that we do have live, like in the recording.
So do you guys have an essential rider, like must have before your live shows?
Not necessarily, because I'd say like 99% of the shows we played, that wasn't an option, you know? I don't think we're playing at that big of stages, but some of the ones we've had, I just was curious, you know? Because the first time somebody sent me one, I'm like, oh, you guys are serious? They're like, hey, you need to fill this out. And this is none of the technical stuff. It's like, what do you want in like the green room? I'm like, what should I put? They're like, anything you want. I said, anything I want. So we put like,
We just
sushi.
started putting stuff.
We wrote sushi platter, and like a box of Red Bull.
And we just, I think like we just started adding like candy and all sorts of stuff, and
See what you can get. Try your luck.
they didn't
Yeah.
bring any of it.
They didn't bring any of it.
They didn't bring any of it.
Look, they brought stuff. There was water and chips and everything.
Okay, so there was some. They chose your
But there
rider
was
in
no
the end.
sushi platter.
There was no sushi platter, so we canceled the show.
Listen,
No,
one
I'm joking.
day you will be big stars, rock, punk, whatever your genre is that you decide in the future. You will be that star, and you can decide whatever you want. So, you say, I was again reading up about you. You're not everyone's cup of tea. You confidently say that. I think even in your bio.
Yeah, the exact quote is, "We aren't for everyone, but we are for anyone."
Okay, why?
Because I think a lot of people, once they hear Gimmix, a rock band or a punk band, they get a certain image or a sound in their head. And that's okay, you know? But some people are just intimidated by that. They're not willing to give it a chance. Even when they're there, you could be at my show and you're not really willing to give it a chance. So you're not here to enjoy it anyway. So of course you're not going to enjoy it. So in my mind, if you're just open to hearing something you weren't expecting today, or seeing something or feeling something you weren't expecting today, whether it's a show or whether you're listening to our song, I think that's the people who we make this for.
I love that. And
Yeah.
not everyone's going to like your music.
Yeah.
That's normal in life.
Yeah.
They don't have to.
Yeah.
But once you do find your cult following and people that really support you and follow your journey, that's all
Yeah.
that matters.
and because I think when we talk about rock and or metal,
Yeah.
there is a lot like online this kind of thing where they almost like look down on other genres.
Okay.
Like, oh, if it's pop, it's lame.
Yeah.
I think I see that a lot in like metal communities online.
Yeah.
Not, I wouldn't say so much here in Saudi,
Right.
but there's a lot of that, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I know
'Cause-
what you mean. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
I do really see supportive system here in Saudi. Big up Gigi Arabia. She works
Yes.
closely with you, and she's very supportive of the heavy metal side
Yeah.
of things. And she's working with you, but you're not necessarily that. Your sound isn't that. So
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't have a definition of what our
Yeah.
sound is,
yeah,
but it can be anything it wants,
yeah,
and anything you want for you. So
Love
that
that.
that's what that quote I think means for us
yeah,
is. We understand you might not all, but it is for anyone. It's like, in my mind, when somebody sees that, it makes this feel like an inclusive space.
lovely.
Like, you don't have to be the biggest metalhead or rockhead, but also there's sometimes some people who are big metal or rock fans come to our shows expecting that fully, and then they see something else, so that might be disappointing for them. You know,
That's sad.
So
It
it's-
shouldn't be like that. People shouldn't have a preconception of someone's performance, and you should come and take people for what they are and the work they've put in and learn about artists. You can't just dictate what an artist is going to be from the outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
or maybe this is just how I'm understanding it all. You
Yeah.
know, so that quote for me is just, hey, like, this is a space just for you to come, enjoy music, to feel whatever this music is gonna make you feel.
I love that. I noticed that from what I've heard, a lot of your music is English speaking,
Yeah.
per se. In the new album, can we expect any Arabic samples or inspirations in there, or even the language, or are you strictly in your
We're
own
not
way?
like strictly English.
Okay.
We just go where inspiration takes us, yani, you know?
Yeah.
So for what we're working on right now, in this moment, there's nothing.
Okay.
But we're not against it.
Yeah. Okay, I like
Wherever
that.
inspiration comes from, it comes.
So the door's not fully closed. There's hope.
No,
there.
it's not
Yeah.
even a little close.
I
know, it's
love
just,
that.
We haven't reached that
Yeah.
door yet.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Both of you, one each. If you could collaborate with any artist in the world, dead or alive, who would that be?
Individually or as a band.
As a band.
You go first.
Prince.
Prince. Oh my
Prince.
god, that would be such an epic
Prince is a
collaboration.
massive inspiration for us.
Him. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
So Dead,
Allah
Prince.
yarhamu though, like
Allah
God bless
yarhamu.
his soul, man. He's a legend.
yeah. So Dead, Prince, alive, Fred again.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you guys know your music.
yeah.
Yes, I'm excited for the new album. Do we have a name for it? Can you reveal it or no?
I mean, we could say the name that we're working with, and
Okay.
we're like 90% sure this is what it's gonna be.
Okay.
Do you want to say it?
It's called Maybe You Should Stay.
Ooh, did I just get like a first special
Yeah.
listen?
I think publicly, yes.
Yes! So this is why I love the Laughta Likes Show. I'm so excited, and thank you for even revealing that. I didn't need to hear it, but I want you to promote it, and I want everyone to get behind you, because I genuinely think you've got something special. You've got that energy on the stage. It's electrifying. You bring the flavors, and the sound's so universal. I do see you lot probably doing well internationally as well.
Hopefully.
Is that
That's
something
the
you'd
dream.
like?
I think our dream, like, to put it very simply, is to see the world through our music.
Wow.
Like, okay, we make music for music and to
Yeah.
have all these amazing shows and experiences with people, but also the dream is that this music will allow me to see all the parts of the world I haven't gotten to see yet, you know?
Oh, that would be beautiful. I want to see
Yeah.
you everywhere. And what would your biggest highlights be for 2025?
I think, well, we have to start with, like, our highlights all began because of Gigi.
Aww.
And I knew Gigi, you know, we've known her for a very long time.
She's incredible.
And she has يعني ما قصرت يعني ever since I knew
Aw.
her, and she would always call me, like, when any opportunity comes, she would always call me. But again, going back to my job,
Yeah.
I just wouldn't be able to, you know, because the certain artist is recording that day.
Mm.
And you know what, the stars aligned at some point you know, she called me. She was like, "Look, you're not gonna say no, obviously." You know?
At this point, we had taken a break for like a year. And
Yes.
she called and she was like, "Listen, the break's over. Like,
Yeah,
you have to
basically.
play the show." And it was Guns N' Roses. So,
Oh,
like,
wow.
we regrouped and, like, we figured everything out. And that would probably be, like, I think the biggest highlight of...
Of my life, not
Yeah.
just 2020.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Yes, I noticed you had a long break.
Yeah.
You didn't release music. You weren't as active online.
We weren't even posting.
Maybe for like
yeah.
a year and a half, even. It wasn't
It
even.
was
Yeah.
almost exactly a year.
Yeah, yeah. You were just not being proactive. Suddenly, boom, Guns
Yeah.
N' Roses, Metallica. You were just everywhere. I think, did you go to the UK as well?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
went
We
to
went to
South
London.
by Southwest.
Yeah, and you
also
performed.
thanks to Gigi, you
Yeah.
know. So I think that break was just trying to figure out what's next. You know, sometimes I think the community is just in a weird spot sometimes.
Yeah.
Just as a whole for some reason. Like nobody's the community just keeps going on these waves, you know, where everyone's really active and then they're not and no one's really sure where to play or you know, and I just feel like we were stuck in that. And Gigi's just been so generous. You know, she didn't have to pitch us. That was very generous of her.
Aww.
And also, there's also so many bands around us who it could have been any of them. And they all would have done an amazing job. So
Yeah.
now that we do have this opportunity for ourselves, for Gigi, who was so generous with this, and for everyone else who it easily could have been,
Yeah.
had like one person had a different opinion.
Yeah. True.
That's all it took. 'Cause for one person to go, I slightly like this person
Yeah.
more than this person's music more than this person's music.
Yeah.
It's that simple, you know?
I think it's great that you are grateful for your moments that you've achieved. And that is something that every artist should have. It shouldn't be something you expect.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be something that's just going to come to you. And when you're grateful for moments, more will come to you because you're going to just give it your all and be excited. And it takes away from the fun if you just think you're going to get things.
Yeah.
When things come and you're genuinely surprised that, wow, like, I've got this, no matter how big you get, like, opportunity should always make you feel excited. And I'm so happy to see you thriving and doing really well in the new budding scene here in Saudi Arabia and above. Like, you're going to go internationally. I totally see it.
Okay.
But right now, we are going to play a quick game.
Oof.
And I've just dropped my card. We're going to play a quick game of Spill the Tea.
Spill the tea.
Yes, this is where I just
Okay.
ask quick fire questions and you're just going to answer them as I go along.
Okay.
Who's most likely to accidentally start a mosh pit between you guys?
Well,
Him.
me.
I think he's already done it more than once. So.
Yeah.
I need to come to one of your shows.
You do.
Okay,
You do.
that'll be epic. Who's most likely to show up to a gig with a completely different hairstyle?
Also me.
Yeah.
You. Yeah, today you were like, is my hair okay? You would check it out. Which one of you takes the longest to pack up after a show?
Also me.
Oh, you're taking a crown for everything. Who's always late to meetings?
Fawaz.
For us.
Ooh, Fawaz, you're not here. They're doing you dirty. Who's a perfectionist?
All of us, I think.
Yeah.
I think that one is hard to say.
Yeah. I think
Sometimes
I think we're all perfectionists in our own ways, you know?
yeah, it's just whoever is feeling like being the perfectionist that day.
Okay, fine. That's
I think we switch roles every day, you know?
yeah, because you're all good. You're all good at what you do as well. Who's the funniest?
I think Azuz is the funniest, even without trying to be.
Oh, I
Out
love
of all
that. I
four
like
of us.
that.
Yeah.
That's funny to me.
Yeah.
Who sleeps the most?
We all sleep way too much. I think if we all slept less, we would get a lot more done with our
Every
life.
day there's like a show, we wake up like
We
and we
sleep an
all
entire day,
we
you know?
all overslept and we like have to rush to get things done.
Okay. And who's the most helpful in the band?
Depends how you define helpful.
Who like is there, you know, when things are going wrong, they're there to support straight
I'd
away.
say Yazan.
Okay.
He's there to fix all the, especially life. And, you know, that's the great thing. You know how I like kind of threw the bass guitar on him?
Yeah.
When he started getting to sound engineering, I was like, you should do live engineering, you know? Live engineering is nice. Because I already got,
Aw.
I covered the studio side of things, you know?
Oh my god.
But yeah, at the shows usually I'm always on top of like everything. Or I try to
Wow.
be.
You're like the organized one then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially like,
You need one of those.
I feel bad for any engineer that has to work with us.
Oh.
Because there's these lies every engineer tells.
Because when you're a live engineer, like one of the skills you learn is like lying to people, and I know the lies.
never knew that.
Like when they come and tell me stuff, I'm like, I'm also a live engineer. I know what you're telling me right now.
That's so interesting. Well, honestly, thank you. It's been a pleasure chatting with you both. Of course, if we could fit more members and they were in the country, we would have had you all in the room.
Yeah.
Gimmix, I believe you're going to have a very bright future ahead. Before we do wrap up the show, it's time for Artist Baton. This is where I want you just to think of one guest that you would love to see on the Laughta Likes Show. It's all about supporting the community, the next wave of artists, and would love to hear your opinion.
You had Cali up, right?
It doesn't matter. You could say, even if they've been on my show, you could still say it. Because it shows you're thinking about them.
Who all has been? We could.
No, I'm not
Can't
telling
tell
you.
me?
No.
Who do you think?
Strangers.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
See, that's someone I'm not familiar with.
Yeah.
So I need to check
We
out
Are
Strangers.
Strangers. You need to check out We Are Strangers.
Okay.
They're the coolest band.
Wow.
They're from Jeddah.
Yeah.
They're like instrumental indie alternative.
Okay.
Very sick. Like their music sounds like it's from a parallel universe.
Okay.
You know?
That's amazing. I'm definitely going to tap in with them. Thank you. That's it. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you.
Cool.
You've been incredible on the show. And keep me posted on all your music. I'm going to support it on NBC Loud. Share it with me. I can't wait, honestly. Thank you for tuning in to the Laughta Likes Show. It's your favourite go-to podcast. You already know. Catch you here next week. Same place with a different face as we continue delving into the minds of the creatives shaping the future of the Arab music industry. It's your girl, Laughta. Big head,